tight just brings the spark that feels so right. Chatting tight, light up the scene. Coca culture chasing dreams unseen. Find your why, it's in the air. Through the parks and fields we share. Cruising waves or gaming high. Coca culture shows you why. Whoa,
Well, hey there, everybody. Happy Tuesday. The whole family is here. Y'all aren't used to seeing this. The cat will be here. Y'all know the cat will be here. We've got a special show for you guys tonight because, again, you're not used to seeing us on Tuesdays. But we had something in the works and we tried to figure out the best day and time to do it. And this seemed to work. So without further ado, I want to bring up our guests this evening, our friends from the Taste Buds.
Hey!
Hi, everyone. Hello.
Hey. So welcome in. Glad you guys could do this with us. You know, we're very, very appreciative, and it's great to see y'all again, of course. For those, of y'all in the chat, just so you guys will be aware of what we're planning on doing. So as y'all know, we got off the Star of the Seas about 2 weeks ago now, almost 2 weeks ago.
Sad.
Yep, sad. and the Taste Buzz family got off
Early September, yeah.
So,
I think September 7th.
Yes.
So because you guys were on the very first week-long cruise for the Star, right?
I think it was August 29th through September 7th, somewhere in that
Sunday to Sunday, yeah.
vicinity, But we were also very sad to get off, so we know the feeling. It was a beautiful ship.
There's nothing like the post-cruise blues on debarkation day, and then the week or multiple weeks after, where you just want to be right back on it.
I don't know if you all do what we do, but we spend countless hours looking at the website, seeing what we want to do next. Like, we're just like looking and not booking anything, but just looking, like wanting to get back on something. So, but thank you, a huge thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
We're very happy to be here.
Yeah, of course. And typically, we will go through and say hey to the folks in the chat, and we can do that real quick, a minute. So Danny D is here, one of our awesome moderators, and she's already dropped y'all's link in our chat so that
thank you.
Folks can find you guys. And let's see, Josie Ann is here. Welcome in, Josie Ann, and Miss Najuma. Welcome in. And then Scott is here. Scott, behave. We have company. So Scott, be on your best behavior. All right. So that's who is here. I do want to say, because Ty wants me to say this, because he thinks it's. I made an outline for because
you're a teacher.
Otherwise, I know that we could go anywhere and everywhere.
Can I go in?
No, you need to chill.
I want food though.
I'm glad you outlined it, because I wanted to do that and didn't do it. So I'm so glad you did it. We'll kind of follow your guidance.
We're gonna wing it.
We can wing it as best as possible. So what I figured we could start with was just embarkation, and that first impression of walking in. So I don't know about you guys, but for our embarkation, we had a noon arrival time. So we were a little later in the day compared to some other folks, and we got right on. Like, security was a breeze. There were no issues there. We had our passports. They took our photo and we were on. Like, it was maybe a 10 to 15 minute process, just super seamless.
That's very similar to ours. We parked off site, so we had the timing just right to be able to get us on, and similar process. We went right in through security and right up the escalator, and it was on. We were on.
Yeah, same.
Seamless. Very, very easy.
Yeah, I love pork. Yeah, Pork Canaveral is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, so far it's the only terminal we've cruised out of, or the only port we've cruised out of. So our next cruise that we have booked, which isn't for over a year now, we're actually going to be cruising out of New Orleans. So
Ooh, yeah.
that'll be our first non-Canaveral cruise. So we walk on the ship, and the first thing you see, you're right there in the promenade, and you've got the Pearl right in front of you. I mean, what were y'all's thoughts?
I was looking for because we've done Utopia, and I think I told you this. It's a little different setup, but I was looking for that. There's a restaurant on the Utopia that actually goes up and down, and I saw that. I was like, what is going on here? I mean, it was just everything was moving, and all the panels were moving on it. So they had it was active, and it was just beautiful. And I was like, wow, this is a whole different setup than any other ship that we've seen. And we can talk more about that based on your outline, of course, I'm sure. But the whole idea was it was just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then they had the balloons ready to go and everything for y'all? Yeah. They do that the night before. We watched them put them all in there and struggle with that. It was fun. It was beautiful, and it was just trying to get your bearings right off the bat of where do you go?
Yeah, what do you do?
What do you do first?
Exactly. Where do you go? What do you do first? First things first, of course, we're going to eat. That was usually the first thing. Drop our stuff off because we usually try to get on about 1:00 because then we can just take our stuff right to the room. So that's something we've learned is to try to get on when the rooms open up. So I think it was 1:00, right? 1:30?
Yeah, around then, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the rooms are ready to go. We drop our stuff off and then go eat. So that's usually how we try to plan it as well.
I just got some food.
We dropped our bags off first. Like we didn't carry on anything, but I think a book bag or maybe a tiny suitcase. But we walked in, and you see the Pearl, and I keep telling folks the video. It doesn't matter how high quality of a camera you've got. Video does not do it justice because you just cannot see all the movement that's going on with those tiles on anybody's video that I've seen so far. So it's so big and just an incredible work by itself. But then you add that extra layer. But I think Jess, when we walked in and, kind of took it in, even though it's similar to Utopia, was like, this is like being in a city.
Yeah.
Yes,
By
absolutely.
far.
Like a whole city of its own.
Absolutely. Yeah, I
So
agree.
beautiful, so modern and new and stunning, and just such a beautiful ship. Very similar to Utopia, we would probably say also, but such a beautiful ship.
But also very different. I mean, it was definitely different. Obviously, Utopia is a weekend cruise. This one was full week, so it was just you got to pace yourself a little bit. But I'm going to tell you this: a week's still not enough.
No,
Agreed.
no, 100%. It's not.
Yeah, and we did a lot, and I'm sure you did too. And we tried to cover a lot. We tried to cover, end to end and all the decks and everything, and it was just still not enough. I just felt like I was like, where did this come from? Even the last day we were there, like, where was this? The whole cruise? This, where's this?
We did that.
We were very glad that you guys gave us the heads up about the Aquadome market.
Oh,
yeah.
I wish we had known that before. It wasn't until I think the second to the last day that we realized that the pizza isn't the only thing you can get late. The Aquadome market stays open. I think there's 4
Grapes.
restaurants in there, and they stay open till midnight. One of which is the crepe. I forget the name of it, but it was a crepe
Creperie.
that they loved going to right after they get out of the kids club.
Yeah, there was
Well-
always a line there. And after Ty got checked out of the kids club, he always wanted mac and cheese. So he would get mac and cheese, and I would get a crepe.
Yes,
That
yes.
became a nightly thing. I don't know what night of the cruise it started on for us,
It's like the second
Thursday.
but it was
third.
whatever night we saw the water show, and he was hungry, and so we just got him some mac and cheese from the barbecue place. And every night after that, he had to have the mac and cheese before.
Yes. And the first maybe 5 nights, we would go to the pizza place, Sorrento's. And Sorrento's is great, but we thought that was the only thing that was open because we didn't know. But then those last few nights, we realized that had been open the whole night. We were like, next time.
And then right by the Pearl, obviously, there's a cafe there that's open 24 hours.
Yeah,
That was like a little nest egg there too that you could go to.
kind of hidden too by
It
the Pearl.
is, yeah. But you can access the best thing is that I found is that you can actually access that whole level. So you can walk from one end to the other on the second level and just walk all the way around it. Whereas with Utopia, you couldn't go through somehow, if I'm recalling that correctly. But this, it connected it, and then you could go upstairs. And I think one of my favorite spots was the on the the Central Park. Central
Oh
Park.
yeah, so
Yeah, you could get
beautiful.
into the Central Park from that floor.
Yes.
which you couldn't do on Utopia. So that was neat to be able to go back and forth from Central Park to essentially the promenade, even though it was, level 6, but still you're right there at the heart of everything.
Yes.
Did you see the harpist play? Was she on there?
We
I
heard
her,
her.
but we didn't see her.
Oh, it was fantastic. She would do a lot of the live shows inside of Central Park, and then she would, I guess, be placed inside the promenade, I guess, raised a little bit where they would do some of the shows there. And it was just, and then would broadcast her just all the way through. And it was just fantastic. But, you got to look for that kind of stuff. I didn't know it until I was like, wait a minute, 6 o'clock, there's a harpist. What? But
Yeah.
it was beautiful. It's like, I thought they were kidding, but it was for real.
Well, Jess went to one show in particular. It was a morning that everybody was sleeping, and she got up and went to a show where they told a lot of information about the ship and about the shows and things. And she found out something about the orchestra and the fact that there's like 40. Was it a 40 piece or 40 member?
I don't think it was that many, but they also play other shows around the ship too. The orchestra that was in the
musical,
the musical in the Back to the Future. Yeah.
Okay. Ty said that he wants to say something. So what?
Whenever I check myself out at Kid Club, me and my friend went to Starbucks, and you can get as much cookies. We took like 5 plates of them.
Nice.
The Starbucks.
5 cookies from Starbucks. Okay.
Nice.
So did you know that the Starbucks, there's a Starbucks down on Drive, and then
The Pearl.
and then go to the Pearl, it's Starbucks coffee. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's
it's
cheaper.
Well, I got a Starbucks card like ahead
The
of
coffee
time,
card.
the coffee card, and so I got like a latte like twice a day from Pearl, and it was great. Like that is the best thing to do because you get a coffee card and you get 15 punches, and it was like $28. And if I had gotten the exact same thing downstairs at Starbucks, it would have cost me way more than that.
Yes,
Yeah.
and there was a price difference. I mean, there was
Starbucks is overrated.
exactly, and also I know Starbucks downstairs they opened up at 6:30, and then upstairs they opened up at 5:30 some days, and then 6 o'clock the other day. So there's a little bit of difference on there. Did you go on the track?
I did because I was looking for the dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, did you all get to find Sailor anywhere?
Not on purpose. That's the thing. She looked all over for the dog, like specifically looking for Sailor.
We tried too, yeah.
We were
We-
at Coco Cay. We were waiting for like the accessibility tram. He just came randomly in line.
Yeah, his handler or her handler
name's Victoria.
and Sailor got in line for the tram to go back to the ship on Coco Cay, and so Chad and I got to see her there, and she had on Crocs, like that. Sailor. She put Crocs on the dog, and so we got to see her there. And then I don't think we ever saw Chad and I never saw her again.
But I saw her at the show that I got up that early that morning where they interviewed a lot of the people from, like they interviewed every person, like one from the musical, one from the orchestra, everybody from each show. And the cruise director was there. So, and Victoria and Sailor were there.
Oh,
So
yeah, see,
it was
we
very
went to
informative.
Starbucks when we went.
Yeah.
Oh, you saw Sailor?
And Jess said the majority of the people at the show were there to see Sailor.
Yeah.
Like they
Oh
were
yeah.
not the people.
Yeah.
They were there to see Sailor.
I did get to pet her then. But then after that, I was trying to find her over and over and over, and I never could find her. But I found where she went to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, we found
in the corner,
that.
in the corner of the track. Yeah, I found that too.
Yes.
But I think the biggest thing that I observed was that every time the Sailor came out, she wasn't there long. It was
No.
there and then gone. The handler took her very quickly.
Well,
And-
Victoria said in the interview that she did at the show, she said that they have her for the staff members there who leave their own pets for, months on end. So it's for comfort for them, but also it's for the people on the ship. But she said, Victoria's like, I get so overwhelmed with all the people wanting to see her. She's like, she goes, she handles it really well. She's like, it's me who gets way overstimulated by all the people.
Yeah,
Which
Yeah,
I can see because people, that's why they don't announce where she's going to be, because
Exactly.
it's like a free for all.
yeah, she'll be there all day. I mean,
I know. Yeah.
Within seconds from when we saw her, we saw Sailor and Victoria, and within seconds it was a crowd. I mean, she
Yeah.
just boom, a crowd. So I can just imagine it's like that most of the time.
I'm sure.
Liana wants to jump in and say something.
Okay.
So when we were sitting down at the Pool Cafe, I was like, is that a dog? And then when I looked around, there was a dog, and it was Sailor.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's
Oh, yeah, Pop-Up Sailor. Yeah,
Yeah, that was really cool.
and you could buy Sailor. You
Yeah,
just-
yeah,
Oh,
you
yes.
could. I'm sure that was a hot item too.
Yeah, I have a friend who was on the same boat that we were on, and she found Sailor, and so I wrote her as well. And she said, "Oh yeah, after we met her, my daughter had to have the stuffed animal."
Yeah, it was. What was it $26? I think 26.
I don't
or
remember.
I think 26
I
and
don't
$32
remember
for that dog. It was pricey. Yeah, I
Oh, dog? That's cheap.
So, yeah, well, for a
Yeah,
stuffed
for a
dog.
dog, it's creepy.
for, exactly.
Hey,
I think that's great.
What kind of cabin did you guys have?
We had a balcony, ocean view balcony.
And
Seven,
what?
Deck 7.
Deck 7, I don't remember
I
the
don't remember the
number,
number.
but it was an ocean view balcony.
It was like when you would first walk into the hall and then you turned right.
Yeah, it was right by one of the staircases.
Yeah,
So close to Surfside, which we loved.
Yeah.
That particular deck with the carousel, the splash pad. One thing I thought was amazing was that there is now a buffet in that area. So unlike Utopia, where they have the carousel also, this one has all of those things, but it also has a buffet area. I'm gonna very quickly, so that we could put them down. Alicia is dangling some stuff back there, and I don't know if you can hear it, but she's so proud of them and she wants to share them with you.
Okay.
What do you
Drum
have
roll.
back there?
So at the kids club, every like 10 p.m. they would play this thing called Gaga Ball. And you would have to pay like $10 each, and then you would win a medal if you were first, second, or third. And they paid $10 for us each time we did it, and each time I won a first place medal.
I think what she means by paying is they would start the game around 11 or 10 when they close the general kids, and the parent, they would request to stay longer, and then that costs $10. But they play in the daytime too. But
show the
yeah, so
twice winner of 2.
Woohoo! Good job.
Ty.
nice.
Ty played hard too, but
Ty
he didn't
played too.
medal. I
Hey,
think
everybody cheated. Somebody blocked
No, you know what? You're right.
Skill.
I watched, and they were getting after some kids who would get hidden stay in and stuff. But
the teacher.
yeah, she brought one home the first night, and then the second night she was like, "I want to get in." I'm like, "Oh, whatever. Yeah, right." And she's like, "No, I really did," and she showed me the medal. So she's
Someone
very
brought
proud of
me.
this.
Somebody blocked.
well, hey,
Skill issues.
since we're on this topic now, girls, you want to talk about the kids club?
Yeah.
And we'll let-
You want me to hold him? Okay. Tell everybody what you thought about the kids club, girls.
It was really fun. I like practicing Gaga Ball, but it was really hard because it couldn't touch your legs or your feet.
So Ty, you spent a ton of time there.
Uh,
What did you enjoy?
Playing Fireball and Gaga Ball. 2 of my friends were on deck 11. One was 8 rooms away from me. One was 50. And in Fireball, I loved headshotting kids. I mean, hitting them in the stomach with the balls. That still sounded wrong.
So
Ty made lots of friends in the kids club
Lots
and never
of
wanted to
friends.
stay, so we had to pay the $10
What do
as
you
well.
mean never wanted to stay?
I mean, never
Never
wanted to leave.
Okay.
Oh yeah, same,
Yeah, that's-
same. They
oh.
didn't want to leave
Can we
either.
please
Yeah,
stay? Can we please stay? Yeah, jeez.
yeah.
But it was
Before you go, tell them how many ice creams you ate on this cruise.
Oh, so many.
35 unofficial count. I ate like
No, 38.
No, I ate.
But I
we
ate
were,
the
yeah,
kept track in my
we
phone.
tried to keep track and we lost by like the last couple days, but we
I
know
ate
it's somewhere in the
38.
34 to 38 range of
Wow,
ice creams
nice.
for Ty.
At least a few a day.
Smokes.
Just Ty. Like the first day he had 9. I know that for sure.
Ask Chad how many he had.
Chad, how many did you have?
1. But I had 8 cups of pineapple.
Oh,
Hey,
hey.
did you get the skewers? Did you get the down in Surfside? Did you get the
Fruit skewers.
fruit skewers?
We didn't have those. I saw them, but I
Oh.
didn't eat them.
Goodness, that was
I remember
that
you
was
telling me about them, though.
a sweet treat. That was just every single time. It was something refreshing. It was so good, so sweet. Had pineapple and all that. So there's your pineapple.
I will say
The,
The-
pineapple was in
Market
Park Cafe.
In the
The
Park
Cafe.
Cafe.
That's
Yeah.
where he kept getting it
Yeah,
from.
he
in
ate
the
so
in
much
the cups.
he made a sore in his mouth.
I got a canker something.
Oh, no.
Eating it last week.
But
Well, it was. Listen, you ate pineapple and it was delicious, and that's sometimes it's worth it.
I ate 5 cups of watermelon.
that sounds like Ty.
Yeah, that's Ty.
Ty, he would eat it off the buffet ridiculously, and that's something I'm very glad about the Surfside Eatery because, and I may be in the minority here, I do not like the Windjammer.
Yeah.
I'm
not either.
a Windjammer fan just because of how chaotic it is
Yes,
all the time.
Yeah.
it is.
More
definitely
calories trying to find a seat than you do eat.
Yeah, but that's where the lobster is. That
Yeah.
was lobster tail was. So
We
No.
don't eat lobster, though.
I know, but I ate my fair share of yours. So
Okay.
I mean,
But that's just on embarkation day, right?
no, it was
Oh,
twice.
okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh.
twice. I think it was on Thursday. I don't know because it mirrored what they were doing in the dining hall. So or dining hall, the
Oh,
dining
yeah.
room. And they kind of mirrored the same stuff. So you could check out the menu and then be like, yeah, okay, we can go to the Windjammer, get the same stuff, and not have to sit down and do the formal, we had the my time dining. So we just kind of picked I guess, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, pretty much something like that. But we did all of it. We did the Windjammer. We did, I did because nobody would get up, but I went and did the sit down breakfast by myself at this big old table but it's
Yeah, he was up early every
Oh,
day.
yeah, I was walking the
I'm
track.
like, I'm on vacation.
I was up about 3 a.m. every day doing the track. And it was very peaceful, very peaceful.
Well, yeah, because nobody else is alive.
Yeah.
So it was 26 laps was 10 miles.
Yeah.
You actually had to do 26 laps around it. And
But you could walk around it and not really realize that you've been around it. Like, I mean, the ship feels really big, but when you're walking that, the floors don't feel that big.
no, it doesn't. I would use when I would look through all the windows because there wasn't like a photo, I guess a photo shop there. They had like a little kiosk for the photos. So that's what was my checkpoint. I knew that was lap 1 or lap 2 because there was Starbucks there too. But it was beautiful. I mean, it was a slow lane and then there was a fast lane and there were some runners. There were definitely some runners.
Yeah, there were lots of people running when I saw it.
There was maybe one other person probably for the whole time I was there. At 3 in the morning, but the weight room was there. Did you all go to the weight room and see that?
I saw it from through the window, but I'm not going in there.
I'm gonna fix that background.
Yes, I'm sorry.
It was phenomenal. So if you're into weights and into like really exercise, like other than that track, that is a first class weight room. They had different rooms in there for yoga. They had different machines. Like it just kept, and it was endless of how many machines they had. But it was definitely, it was almost a first class experience because you were able to see the whole ship on that track. And it was just beautiful.
Yeah.
Until the storms pop up, and then it happened a couple times. Did y'all have good weather? Because I know y'all were Good.
We did.
And we had beautiful weather. We weren't sure if what was going to happen because of a hurricane was brewing, but we had no. I mean, it was hot, beautiful. Did it rain any?
Not really.
We had a couple sprinkles one day, but
There were a couple days where it was kind of overcast, but the sun still came out eventually. But yeah, we had pretty good weather. What about you guys?
Yeah, there was one day that there was a pop-up storm. I think we were actually heading back from Cozumel, right? I think we were heading back to Florida. It was bad.
on your sea day, yeah.
It was bad, but it was just like Florida. It comes and goes. So we were just like, all right, well, it's going to go to the other side of the ship and you're good to go. But
yeah, the pool would like empty out, and then you would have your first pick of wherever you wanted to sit.
yes, absolutely. And it was, honestly, I think that ship was so big that you could find a space anytime. I felt, other than Windjammer, but you could find a space that you could be by yourself. I mean, you could just find.
Yes, I agree. You could wander off anywhere in the ship and find somewhere where there was no one.
Yeah,
Relatively easy. I mean, the fact that you could go into any of the bars, even when they weren't open, and just sit down and chill. I mean, that made for easy duck hiding too. When we were wanting to do that, if nobody's around. But yeah, outside of the Windjammer, it never really felt packed anywhere.
Yeah, because we had one morning, was it breakfast? We had a really hard time finding a seat in the
Yes.
Windjammer, and that was the only morning we ate at the Windjammer. Because I'm like, I'm not doing this. So we ate down at the Surfside Eatery like 2 or 3 times for breakfast, and it was the same breakfast. I mean, it was great, and there was no one there.
Yes, same stuff.
Yep.
Same stuff, and you can ask them for stuff too, and they'll bring it to you. I mean, I found that out too. I was like, "Wait a minute, I had this at the Windjammer. Can you get?" They were, "Oh yeah, let me go see what I can do," and they would bring it to you.
Yeah,
I mean,
that buffet was the best buffet.
Absolutely, because they had breakfast, lunch, and dinner. If I'm not
We never made dinner at any of that buffet because we always ate in the main dining room.
Except for when we did Pier 7, just
Oh,
one.
okay.
Everything else we were in the MDR for.
Yeah, we fed the kids. We fed the kids. We would go and then to the kids club because it opened at 6, right? I think was it 6? So we'd feed them there instead of going up to Windjammer because it wasn't crowded, and you go in and eat and just go right to the kids club, and that was phenomenal.
Yeah, I like that the kids club will feed them.
Yeah,
Yes.
that was another thing
Way to
we
go,
didn't
lad.
learn until like the last 2 days that I thought they were closed a massive chunk of the day and only open early in at night. And one of the days we got back and they were like, no, we're actually open the whole time. We just leave to go feed the kids and come back. And I was like, what in the world? So I feel like those are a few things that we should have brushed up on before. I think it was only on C days. Is that right?
Yeah, because I asked them about it the last day, and they were like, "Yeah, it's so you can go. You can actually leave your kids in there, and you can go somewhere else." Because I'll switch for a second, but Disney, they won't feed the kids. They won't take them, so you got to come and pick them up or feed them or whatever it be.
Right.
But they do it so you can actually. So if we wanted to go into port, they didn't want to go to port. We could go to the port and leave them there. And
and when you're at port, they don't let the kids check themselves out either. So I mean, they're stuck there. So
Yes.
that is nice. Like they're not going anywhere.
yes,
You don't have
that
to
was fantastic.
worry. Yeah.
I really like that feature because I know that's something that's like, the kids are like, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go here. I'm like,
Well, we did that. We got off one port one day and we walked around, and it was in Costa Maya, and is that the day we went back? Maybe it wasn't Costa Maya. I can't remember.
No, it was.
Roatan.
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Roatan.
Roatan. We took them right back to the boat, and then we got off because I mean, they're not going anywhere. It's great.
yes.
And the boat was like literally right there at the first dock, so it was so close. I loved how close the what's it called? The walkway.
The dock.
Yeah, the pier was.
Now, did you guys have the same stops we did? What ports did you guys go to?
We did Costa Maya, Roatan, Honduras, and Cozumel, and Perfect Day. Coco Cay.
Perfect day was first day though. So
Yeah, so we basically had the same trip.
Yeah.
We'll get to ports in a second, but
Yes.
that one of the downfalls of the team club, at least in my mind, there was nowhere near as much structured stuff for them as there was the younger kids.
They wouldn't let us get on the video games unless there was somebody supervising us.
So like the consoles there, because the kids club had consoles, teen club had consoles, but like if it was a port day, there's no activities members in there at all while you're in port. So all that stuff is locked up. So the teens could still go in there and access
It was
it,
boring.
but all they really had was the TVs or
Those
the foosball
boards.
table or the shuffleboard or the tabletop stuff.
We
So-
couldn't even do shuffleboard without them supervising us because the pucks were made of glass.
So he didn't really spend as much time in the teen club as we thought he would.
I spent 2 days there.
Or-
1.5 because the Florida State Virginia game was on, so I just stayed at the sports bar for half the time.
Yeah, that was another interesting thing.
That
The
was
fact
a nice sports bar,
That was
though. That was
nice.
a cool sports bar. They had
the
some.
teen club was right there at Playmakers.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
Through
If
the
there's
sports
football
bar.
on, you're not stopping me from watching football.
yeah.
They had a lot of TVs in there too, so if
Yes.
you were not going to miss a game. So it was fantastic. The going back real quick, I just want to go back and circle back around to the rooms. I know that there was it was a little bit different on this one because there was no bunk beds. A lot of times, some of the ships have the bunk beds that come down out of the actual ceiling, and the kids were actually looking forward to that. But this time, there was not. It was a pull-out couch.
And it could be that it was just our room, and maybe
Yeah, I
other
don't
rooms
know.
are designed differently. But
Yeah, Surfside. I think if you get a family suite, I mean, we learned a lot on board, asking questions and asking what's the differences. But I think Surfside, obviously, if we think about it a little bit different next time, if you get a family suite, it has different configurations. It has like little nooks for the kids. It has bunk beds that are built in and stuff like that. So this one did not. It was just a pull-out couch, and the room attendant, he would come in. He was great. He would come in the morning, put it away so you could have a place to sit, and then obviously it had I guess it was a king size bed or whatever it was, but I think it was pretty roomy. I mean, for 4 people, 2 kids and 2 adults, I think it was pretty good. I mean, it was
Ours felt bigger than any that we've been on before, in my opinion, because we actually tried like the new style room. We had the infinite family balcony and we didn't know how we'd like it going into it because Jess likes a balcony. Like she likes to be able to go out and have her coffee there. But like you could see where, the normal room would have ended and the regular balcony would have begun. And you had that extra space in your
had like an
room
extra
as a
4 or
result
5
of it.
feet.
And you still had the ability to, lower the window and get the outside balcony portion of it. So it was almost like having the best of both worlds.
Yeah, we saw those, and I was very interested because I had seen some videos of people actually sleeping out on that portion. Almost like they had put a pillow out there and put a blanket. I guess they were camping outside. I guess you could call it.
Yeah,
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that because, like, when you roll the window down, the air goes off in the room. So, I mean, that humidity comes in, like, because I lowered it for a little while one night, and then when I rolled it back up, like, all the windows were fogged up, the mirror in the bathroom was fogged up. I was like, oh, dang.
And it's quick. It's quick too. That thing shuts off.
It'll
quick.
get warm quick.
Very
if you
quick.
leave it open
I know
for
they
a
were
little
doing maintenance on the air conditioning one day on that side of the on our side of the ship, and it was hot. So I was very thankful to have that balcony to be able to go out there and at least sit.
Yeah.
It gets hot pretty quick in those rooms.
Yeah. I just I liked the having that extra 4 or 5 feet. I mean, it made a big difference so that it didn't feel like we were all so on top of each other. But I mean, we had the same pull-out bed too that would be put up during the day. But the problem is when the boys get like when Chad gets taller, like his feet are going to hit the dresser. Like,
Oh yeah, that was
tight.
our kids are
Yeah.
shorter than your kids, and their feet were hanging off
Yeah.
that sofa bed. I mean, and I thought for a second, well, maybe they're supposed to sleep the other way, but that wouldn't have worked either. So yeah, I did find
One
that
of
those
those
are very small sofa beds. Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's different configurations in different rooms.
I don't know.
Like I knew Surfside. Looking at some of the rooms when we were looking at. Did you go to Next Cruise? Did you go there and book your?
We
We
didn't.
did not, but we looked at ahead of time. We tried to, the whole Royal Up thing. So we got to see layouts of rooms through that.
Oh,
But
nice.
no, we didn't. We did
didn't
not
get
go near
one, but-
Next Cruise.
Yeah, we find we get sucked into that every time. Every single time we get sucked into that. So we've got like a credit on one, and then we got the Star of the Seas?
No,
What's-
that's the one we were just on.
No, what's the next one? The new one.
Legend.
Legend.
But Legend, yeah,
Jeez,
Legend,
yeah. We were just on the Star. Legend. We booked Legend, so that the first one for that. So, and it's a pretty good little discount. So you might want to check that out.
We definitely might, because currently we don't have anything booked on Royal yet. So like our next one is Carnival, which we've never done before.
Awesome,
Yeah.
cool.
Carnival's
What
fun.
ship? Do you know yet? What ship it
Uh,
is?
The next one is the Carnival Liberty. that
Cool.
we'll
Okay.
get.
Yes.
It was
Yeah.
in one of our ports.
Yeah, that's what was neat, was when we were in Cozumel, it was docked in Cozumel. So it was like, that's the next ship we'll be on.
Nice,
Yeah,
very
there
was-
was a couple Royals parked next to us, and the Star dwarfed it. I mean, they
Yeah.
dwarfed
Oh,
it.
it's huge.
Yes,
And I don't know,
it's crazy.
Yeah, Mark.
Question: did you guys feel the boat move at all?
No,
I don't
We
think.
didn't either. Not once.
nothing.
I never.
I always say like my favorite sleeps on Earth is sleeping on the bed on a ship because you can feel that gentle sway, and I don't even
Nothing.
know if I felt it this time.
Yeah. I didn't.
But I think it's because it's such a massive ship, and the weather was good. That I mean, we didn't really feel anything.
Yeah, no rocky waves or anything to throw anything off.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Did you all check? Wait, before I go on, what is next on the itinerary? On
Oh.
the agenda? Yeah.
I was gonna ask, because we covered a lot of stuff that I had in my outline for the first couple things. But if you had to pick one thing, what was your favorite thing you ate?
Ooh.
Right? I know.
Lobster tail.
For him.
Listen,
Yeah.
all I got to tell you is I had 2 plates of lobster tail and butter, and that was dinner. It was that's me. I mean, and then they had so much seafood on there. I know some folks don't eat a lot of seafood, but I eat a lot of seafood. And I think that was one of the. And then Windjammer up top. I think the second thing was actually the walk in the back. I don't know if you got to the back.
We saw the walk, but none of us
We didn't
got
eat there.
anything from
Yeah,
it.
it was fantastic. I think those 2. I picked 2. I'm sorry, but 2. But yeah, that was phenomenal.
Oh, that's such a good question. Thank you. What was the best thing? I mean, I really enjoyed. There was a Mediterranean restaurant in the market side. Dome. What did I have? I mean, there. I think I really liked that little area because it was a little quieter than the Windjammer. I mean, a lot quieter than the Windjammer. And I liked the food, and it was similar stuff every day, so I could kind of count on what I was gonna like. But I think they had a shawarma, some Mediterranean food that I really like. But I actually liked the Windjammer. I don't know because there was never a time where I felt like we couldn't find a seat. So I'm wondering if our sailing might have had because I was shocked. I even took a video and I pointed it out because we've done a couple Disney cruises and finding a table on a Disney cruise is next to impossible. And
Yes.
so we got our food that first night at the Windjammer. And I mean, I turned and Alicia and Leon already had a table. And that was the first night, I think. And I was kind of shocked. I'm like, whoa, that was a quick. So it could be that we just went in at a really lucky time, but it was crowded. It was always crowded for sure. But food wise, I mean, I kind of like the Windjammer because there was like a big variety. I will say the first like 3 or 4 days, I was really enjoying all of the food. And like the last 2 or 3 days, I didn't really find anything that I was like, oh, this is great. We did the main dining a couple of times.
Escargot.
Mhm.
Zach ate that.
I ate
Oh
that.
yes. Oh, I love the French onion soup. That would probably be my
Yes.
go-to if I had to pick
You
something.
gotta
Yeah.
you got to save some of the bread and dip in those little.
Yep.
Yeah.
escargot.
The shrimp cocktail was so good.
Yeah. Oh, did y'all have the
Or
shrimp
ask for
cocktail?
six.
Oh,
course,
shrimp
of
cocktail was
course.
good.
I
Yes.
had the shrimp
Yes.
cocktail multiple times.
Oh, it's fantastic. I
I
mean,
think my favorite thing would be, and it surprised me at how much I liked it, but it was the enchilada that I had in the main dining room.
Oh, yeah.
It was,
Really?
yeah, I think it was a pulled pork enchilada or something.
Mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
but I was just expecting it to be okay, but it ended up
It was
being the best thing
good.
I had the whole time. And with that shrimp cocktail though was a very close
It was
second because
good.
I had it a lot.
Nice,
What
nice.
about you?
I loved the Mediterranean, and I also loved the crepes. I mean,
Yes, yes, yes.
I had seafood. I had salmon a couple times in the main dining room, and it was good. I mean, everything I had was really good. I had a spaghetti one night, and it was good.
Excellent,
Yes.
excellent.
Bad.
The appetizer, what was it?
Oh,
the lemon,
the onion.
the onion.
Oh
tart.
yeah, he had a Vidalia onion tart, and
He loved it.
Yeah, he ate almost
Nice.
the entire thing.
And you like the fried chicken.
Now that's what's neat
Uh-huh.
about cruises is he'll get stuff he would never get at home.
Otherwise, yeah.
Good for you.
I will also say I loved Sorrento's pizza. Like we ate a lot of that pizza and it was good. They've got good
Until
stuff.
we found out where the crepes were.
This was the first time
I
I've had Sorrento's. You know, when we went on Utopia, I didn't have it at all.
Yeah.
And so
Really?
we had to try Sorrento's.
It's so good.
So good,
Well,
yeah.
Utopia, that was really the only thing that was all open. There was not
Yes.
that area.
What are you doing? What was your
I
favorite
thought she
food?
was signaling
A
something.
plate.
The
The
crepes.
crepes, yeah.
Yep, that's my girl.
Ty would say
Yes, those
Only
were
that-
top
I think one
notch.
of the things that I would love to do next time is book ahead of time some of the restaurants. And we hesitated because we didn't know what we wanted to do. But it was different though. I don't know if you noticed it, but the restaurants were open. I mean, it was more of an open plan
Yes.
Yes.
versus like an actual door to the restaurant that opened at 5 o'clock. Like you said before, is that you could go in and sit down. You can go sit in these places.
Yep.
Whereas Utopia was actually a restaurant. The doors would open. They'd put a chalk underneath the door at 5 o'clock, and that's it. But here, it was just kind of all merged in. So it was
Yep. You could wander as much as you wanted to on this, which was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic. I think that hopefully y'all did the water park and the outside.
Well, interesting that you say that.
Cool.
Who did the water park?
Ta-da!
I'm
Woo!
not good with stairs.
The
I
kids
can't
didn't
do it.
even ride the slides. We rode the slides.
I'm not good with
Nice.
stairs. I can't do it.
We left them and we went.
That's it. That's it. You got to do it.
Now their drop slide was closed for us after
Yeah.
the accident on Icon.
Yeah.
Oh, that you all were on there when that happened.
No.
Not on Icon, but you were. Or they closed
weren't-
it.
They had it closed already.
It's the same style of slide that's on Icon. It's on the Star, and so they had it closed. I guess
It's
so.
separated.
Ah.
Just I guess until they figure out what's going
I
on.
think
But
they're
we got to
gonna
ride
switch
everything
it out.
else. They might.
But they, it's hard for them to work on it when it's constantly in the water too.
Now, Vanessa, what were you going to bring up before you asked if we had hit the stuff on the itinerary? Do you remember?
That is a very good question. I do not know.
Hold on a second. Let's
But
go
we
back to
can't-
let's
I
go back
really
to the water
don't
park.
remember. I'm sorry.
Because
Okay.
this water park it was a class 6 water park. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, it was humongous. I
Yes.
feel like it was at a Disney water park or something in Orlando. I
Yeah,
mean,
we did say it's hard to believe that these slides are on a ship.
Yes.
and it was just constant. You looked up and it was just like bobbing and weaving around you and everything. It was just endless, and it was fantastic.
Did you all do the Flow Rider?
No,
No.
no.
We didn't either, but
No.
we watched some falls,
bad.
epic falls.
We've done it before, and so that's why we'd like to get Ty on there, but it's hard to get Ty period on the ship at
Yeah,
all
I'm
because
sure,
he
yeah.
just wants to stay with his friends.
Yeah.
You whiffed so bad on the
But-
flow rider the last time.
Now, did y'all get to see all 3 of the main shows on board?
We did not complete the whole Back to the Future. We got to it was phenomenal. I was focused on it, and then the kids were like, "I want to eat and go to the kids club," so it
Yeah.
ruined it.
Well,
So-
I think a mistake that we made is that there's I think 2 shows a night or on certain nights, and I think we got the later one that was like at 10:30 or it was a later show. So we watched we had to make a decision. Like we were like we're either going to do this or we're going to go to the Market Side Dome and eat crepes. And so we watched I think the first
Crepes won.
20 minutes and then Hunger won out. But we were so high and towards the back that nobody noticed that we walked out. But what we did see was really, really cool. And I also loved. Now let me on our cruise. We did the birthday bash cruise, and every night they were giving away. I imagine. Did you all get stuff in your room every night?
No, yeah, that was something people kept asking too. Was
Mhm.
are we getting stuff? Because we saw folks earlier were getting stuff. No, I think that was just something
your
special that
cruise.
they did for y'all being the first.
Wow, we
We
didn't
still got
realize
to experience the birthday thing
Yeah.
and
with the balloons and the falling and
but,
everything.
but the gifts were done by us.
Really?
Yeah, every single night there was something new. I mean, they had.
Well, we're gonna send you one of
Yeah.
our 2 Back to the Future duckies.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
And they're so cute. They're not rubber. They're kind of like let me Alicia.
Don't throw at each other, kids. Don't
Yeah,
throw
they're
it.
hard.
Are
They're
they like they hide
the purple
the
birthday
purple
bash
birthday ones?
ducks. Did y'all see those?
We saw so many
No.
daggone ducks. It's not even
Yeah,
funny.
this is yeah.
Hey,
That's
little
fine.
trivia. Do you know
Little,
one place you cannot
Back to the
hide
Future
ducks on the
In
cruise?
Central Park.
Central Park.
I learned.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't learn that, but somebody told me it's like there's not going to be any ducks in here unless somebody drops one.
Yeah, we took like 120 ducks and hid them.
Holy
And
Oh wow.
Well, they said that what was happening is people were trampling the
the
plant.
plants, yeah.
And I was like, eesh, because it's so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. I
Yeah.
love Central Park.
I put a tag on my ducks that said, hide or keep, you decide, but please don't hide in Central Park and in plants and in the rest. There was like, I can't remember what it said, but it basically said, don't put it in the plants.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they will trample them. I mean, it's crazy. But they were so. That was my. I don't know. If I got to pick favorite foods, we'll say favorite spot. Central Park was my favorite spot.
I don't know. I love it. I don't have a
It's,
favorite.
it's hard to pick a favorite spot.
It was just so peaceful. I mean, even during the day, it was peaceful. I mean, because you go in there with those birds. There you go. There's
Oh
the
my
Oh
gosh.
gosh, it's a dark brown duck. Oh my gosh, I love it.
Isn't that cute?
That is cute.
And they gave us 2, so we'll send you all one of them.
That's
But
amazing.
they're not squishy. They're like hard. I want to say they feel like ceramic, but I don't
Yeah,
know
it's
if they're
heavy.
ceramic.
heavy.
But they're heavy little, and they're so cute. We thought they
They
were
are
the cutest
awesome.
thing. Yeah.
One thing, and that reminds me of how y'all had the market that you didn't find out about till late in the cruise.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that we had a Back to the Future channel on the TV
Oh,
in
yeah.
our stateroom until like the last 3 days.
Where they were playing the movie.
They played the movies
On a loop.
on a loop, 1,
Oh,
2,
that's
and
cool.
3, and then interspersed with like behind the scenes stuff of them
Interviewing.
getting the show ready and interviewing the cast and seeing them practice like on land before they like it was I wish I'd have known that for the whole cruise.
No clue. Yeah, honestly, I don't think we watched much TV at all. I mean, that's probably a good thing, but at the same time, that's fantastic. I mean, that's the kind of stuff you don't know. You don't know unless you discover it. Or
Yeah.
something.
That is cool. I would have absolutely
Yeah,
watched had I
absolutely.
known that. I had no idea. We
You
would
just
literally
figured
turn
that
the TV on and see.
Our location.
I think there
That's
was one channel that would show like the dance parties on the ship, and I watched I watched that a little, but that was pretty much it.
They played it in the team club.
Oh, did they?
Oh yeah.
They showed clips of the birthday bash, like balloon drop.
Oh,
Oh
that,
yeah.
was fun. That was fun. They were
I
late.
will say, we got to see Back to the Future, and we got to see it
In its entirety.
in its entirety without any interruption. And
Awesome.
we didn't know it at that time because it was the first showing of the cruise. So it was Coco Key Day. So first night we're seeing the show. Phenomenal. Like knock your socks off.
It's like
The-
Broadway quality.
the stuff that they
Yeah.
were able to do with the effects and the technology, just it made sense when we saw it how stuff could go wrong and have technical difficulties. But we think that was the only showing the entire cruise that didn't have technical difficulties.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
not that any of them didn't go all the way to completion. We know of one that didn't get to finish, but all of them had to be stopped at some point.
It's so
So
high tech that because the show that I went to where they were interviewing all the people, they were saying that there's like 40 computers running the whole entire show. And so they said it's
Expensive.
so hard to make sure everything's lining up correctly. And and they were talking in there that the night before one of the computers had gone down. And so they had to reboot it twice to get the show back on. So I know that's stressful for them,
Oh,
well, you've got a
for
whole
sure.
auditorium full of people.
I think we got as far. No spoiler alert to your fans,
Yeah.
but we got to the point where the actual DeLorean.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
how far we got into it. But it was
what they were able to do on stage with that car is
It's
Unbelievable.
crazy.
Because there wasn't any crane connecting to the car
Yeah.
when it was.
Yeah.
it's
what they found, or just found this out, and I think it's fascinating, is when the ship was completed, they had not signed the paperwork yet that Back to the Future was going to be the musical.
had no
They
clue
had
what it
not
was gonna be.
secured it yet.
Hmm.
And once they secured it, the stage in the theater wasn't built strong enough to hold the weight of the car. So the second that they got the ship in their possession, they
rebuilt.
tore apart the
In
stage
2 hours.
and rebuilt the entire stage
Yeah.
so it could support the weight of the car.
Yeah. He said within 2 hours they were tearing it apart and they were inserting like steel beams and all sorts of stuff to be able to hold the weight of the car, which was, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
That
a lot
is
of money
very
too.
cool.
I mean, that's jeez Louise. Yeah, because stuff was popping up in there and just the different
Everywhere.
stages. I was like, what is going on here? I mean, it was captivating. I was like, this is spot on. I mean, it was spot on the movie, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did an
They did a
amazing
phenomenal
job.
job. Again,
All their shows were great, though. Did you like Torque and I forget the
No.
name of the ice skating?
So
Soul, yeah.
Soul, yeah.
Ice skating.
we
right.
we actually were almost about to go into this cruise without booking Soul because we did not enjoy the ice skating show on Utopia, and we loved the Aqua show on Topia. And on this one, it was opposite. Like Torque was okay, but Soul was incredible. Like we saw Soul twice.
Wow.
Wow.
Like the water show because the theming. Why do you make a water show F1 themed?
Oh, yeah.
The whole car. Did y'all get to see the motorcycles? Were they doing the motorcycles?
Yes.
That's cool.
Like that was cool, but I mean, it doesn't really go with water.
Yeah.
It's cool. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, why not?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was it was awesome, but
Yeah, it was.
Why not?
and okay, so ports. What did y'all have a favorite port?
It was definitely not Costa Maya.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah, we had an unfortunate experience there. But Cozumel, I
Appointed
liked.
her.
Yeah,
Appointed her.
no, listen, it was both of them. But yeah, I thought it was going to be. So we had done Costa Maya previously. We knew the port area and liked the little port area. I think it's best to stay in that area. There's really only one other place I'd recommend. Now, doing a excursion through the ship is probably great. If you're willing to pay what the ship costs and everything, it's probably a great experience. We got off the ship, and a few years back, we had taken this little train that takes you down to the beach where all the shops and restaurants are. Well, after COVID, they shut that little train down. So when we got there expecting the train, they were like, no, there's no more train.
All cabs.
So we took a cab. Cab was not a problem whatsoever. The thing is, this particular lady tried to sell us stuff, and I was I was very trusting because the pictures looked lovely. They were beautiful pictures, and I'm Mexican American, so I'm super fluent in Spanish. So I was like, no one's gonna pull the rug over my eyes, and I was totally wrong. So she sells us the bracelets. It wasn't crazy expensive, but it was $60 between all of us, so $15 per person. I think if we would have gone and it would have looked like the book, we would have gotten a great deal. But we get there, and in just a few words, I'll tell you, they were literally gutting the fish that they were selling to eat in the water where the kids were supposed to be playing.
Oh gosh.
She told
Like,
me
that's how bad it
Oh.
was. Like the fish was hanging, they would gut it, and everything would come out into the water where there were kids playing like
Luckily,
5
it was
feet away.
luckily it was roped off a little bit so sharks can get in there.
Yeah.
What the heck
So
was going on there?
we had one of the other girls that I had talked to basically told me only go to these two places. She said go to the Crazy Lobster and another one. And because we got sidetracked and ended up talking to the other lady, and she seemed trusting to me. Yeah, we ended up in that place. We ended up walking to the Crazy Lobster, which was not far. It's totally free to go there. The food is inexpensive and very good. And they actually have
Kayaks,
kayaks and kind of places to play. And you can see the Star of the Seas. And
no fish gut.
yeah, outside of the Crazy Lobster, there's really nowhere else I would recommend. But how was your experience in Costa Maya?
Yes.
It was by far our least favorite,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
to be fair, we didn't leave the port. Like it felt like, okay, this is owned by the cruise companies, and we're going to try to push our stuff on you to buy.
Yeah, it was
And-
very crowded.
Yeah, it was packed. It was us, I think, maybe.
I don't remember.
But it was not. Both of the boys were in moods because they didn't want to be off the ship.
They didn't have
And
anything planned.
they didn't want to. Yeah, we didn't have an excursion planned.
They
so
don't like shopping. They're not like girls.
So
Oh, they love shop. Oh my.
so we didn't enjoy that. But then in Roatan and in Cozumel, man, we had a blast.
Yeah, we
Monkey
did.
took my hat.
Oh, Roatan was great. Yeah.
I had 3 monkeys on this bald head,
Yeah.
licking the top of my head.
Our tour guide was bald, and the same thing happened with him and a monkey. It was licking the perspiration
sweat.
off his head.
3 monkeys.
Monkey took my
Yeah.
hat.
But that was great because we hired an outside, a local company that was recommended to us to do that excursion. And so we got the sloth and monkeys, and we went to the chocolate factory, and we went to the rum factory,
Adult
and
chocolate
it was
factory.
a great tour. And then Cozumel was a party.
Yeah,
Like-
Cozumel was great.
We went on a catamaran and went to a
Nice.
private beach, and
Went snorkeling.
Ty and I snorkeled, and they had an indoor, or in water, like inflatable water park that Ty had a blast with.
They were
and-
giving margaritas on the boat.
Hey!
It was great.
Awesome.
Well, I think we did. We've been in a couple of these ports a couple times, and I think we did El Cid. I know when you got off the boat in Cozumel, you can see I think it's El Cid.
Yeah, that's
El
one of the
Cid's like
ones, yeah.
a place right there. It's got a little beach. A lot of those places up front by the port don't have too much
Beach. It's rock. It's more rock and
So we actually took a
Jetty.
more cultural journey and went down to. We found the old town in Cozumel, which we'd never done before.
Yeah.
that sport for Drew made us walk almost 3 miles in the hot sun, and we were dying. And he does 12-mile days,
Everett.
and he's like we're almost there.
Just
We're
around the
getting
corner.
close.
Or-
Yeah.
Sweating. The kids are complaining the whole time. I'm like, let's just get in a cab.
No, it's $10.
I'm dying halfway through it.
He did get me my literal favorite drink ever once we made it to the end.
Hey.
And he went in and got 2 and made me happy.
Yeah, but you had to go
But-
down you had to go out of that area, the front, obviously near the port, you're not going to get the deals. When you go
Yeah.
down farther, you can haggle. And really
Yeah.
you can,
It worked out,
Yeah,
but
it
it was
worked out great.
a lot of walking. If I could do it over again, if I was going to pre-plan all of this, I would have probably planned our excursions better. I think we did amazing booking Goomba Limba Park through
Yeah.
Royal Caribbean in Roatan. I loved that. It just felt so put together and very nice.
that was also a compromise though, because I wanted to do the hike. There was like a advanced hike that went over
Oh, tell them
the
about
mountain
bridge,
or
Mom.
whatever
The
it was.
bridge?
Oh,
And she
yeah.
found this one was a moderate hike. So we had to compromise. And it was actually very enjoyable. I mean, we went across a bridge, a suspension bridge that was scarier than all heck. Literally like swaying back and forth.
Yeah.
Only 8 people at a time. No, 2 at one time. But anyway,
Yeah,
but-
that was something else.
but it was fantastic. You got to get in the water and stuff like that. But we've never done anything like that. I'm a diver, so I used to do a lot of diving in
Excursions,
Cozumel and in Honduras, everywhere we've been, I've dove. But this time it was kind of family time. But
Yeah.
just booking something like that, a lot of them are expensive. I mean,
Yeah.
expensive.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, it was crazy. And even with the deals that they had, you wait for like holidays and it goes down a little bit. So we actually booked it and rebooked it a couple times to try to get a cheaper price, which you can.
Yeah.
But I think I love Cozumel. I mean, we were going to do we were going to go over the Playa del Carmen, go across on the what is it, the ferry, the catamaran, or the ferry, I guess. But it was going to take like 45 minutes out and 45 minutes back, so we didn't do it this time. But
Mhm.
That was the first time we had been to any of those ports, which
Really?
is why we actually chose
Yeah.
this itinerary because
every-
we had never been anywhere.
Every cruise we'd done to this point was Eastern Caribbean. So
Okay.
we've been to the Bahamas plenty of times. We've been to Puerto Rico. The private islands are great, but we booked this specifically so we could go to the Western
Somewhere different,
Caribbean. And
Yeah.
so they had never, the boys and Jess had never been to Mexico. None of us had ever been to Honduras. So that was great getting to experience just a taste of that. And I mean, again, I don't know about you guys, but we would book Star again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Oh,
oh, yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. Utopia as well. We're still trying
Oh,
to.
I
We want
would
to get back
love
on
to be
Utopia.
back on Utopia too.
But again,
Utopia left a bad taste in our mouth.
Did
Like,
it
that-
really?
Yeah, that was our first Royal, and when we booked it a year out, and the marketing for it completely changed by the time that we went because they were marketing it big ship. It's going. We went on one of the 5-day. It wasn't a full week, but it was a 5-day. It wasn't the weekend, and it was before they started booking it as the biggest weekend ever. And the party scene is not us
No.
at all.
That
And
is
so-
a party
It's a party
shit.
ship.
Yeah.
and so we went from doing nothing but Disney before this to Utopia.
check.
And so it was
They
like,
were shooting champagne in
Aw.
people's mouths.
Yeah.
so it was
Good video. Good video.
It made good for you.
made good content. But
That
like,
first night, I'm like, I actually made a video that said,
Hey, we thought we were on Carnival for a minute. Oh,
I actually made a video that said, "This is how you know you're not on a Disney cruise," and it was people getting champagne shots
Yeah.
in their mouth. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I think it's because it's weekend because we're right here. I mean, we're 45 minutes from the port, so
Right.
we can do quick and in and out type thing. But definitely, absolutely Star again. We want to get on the Icon. We were actually booked on the first Icon. It didn't happen. It didn't work out, so we had to rebook it, and then that's how we got on the Utopia. So.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I think Royal's got some great ships coming. I mean, absolutely, they're monster ships. I mean, these things are humongous.
yeah,
We have been very impressed by Royal. Like it's
Star completely turned us around
yeah,
on
we
Royal.
had a great
good.
time. It was beautiful. I mean, everything. Also, I mean, it is a new ship, so everything was so clean, pristine, and which is nice. I like that.
And they did market this as the best family vacation, and I feel like the marketing
that.
held true here because
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It
I-
was beautiful. I do want to give Costa Maya one more little.
Well,
So we have done Costa Maya before. Okay. This time we didn't book anything. We've done it actually. I think this was our third time in Costa Maya. The first time we went, we did Chancanab. We paid like $80 or $90 for Chancanab for the 5 of us. That was beautiful. It was a resort. Let me
That's-
make sure.
that's in
Wait,
Cozumel.
no. Let me see. I'm almost
she's-
certain.
I
Let me
think
see.
she's done got this mixed up.
Maybe I do.
one Mexican port to the other Mexican port.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
Let's see.
it's in.
Oh no,
Monterrey.
he's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute! You heard it. You heard it.
One gut punch to Costa Maya. You don't even-
Another gut punch. There is nothing in. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, hey, they have those cool
no, I'm
folks that
kidding.
spin around. Did
No,
y'all see
they-
those folks in the port? That they go up and they do the.
Yes,
yes, they
we
did.
did.
I
we did
really
see that.
thought Chancanab had been
Crazy.
in Costa Maya.
That was
but
awesome
I
to
guess
see.
not.
Yeah,
That was probably the coolest thing we saw in Costa Maya was their aerial show.
I have to say, we said that we would probably not get off the ship there again until
Yeah.
they redo that. But did Royal buy the island?
No, yeah, that's what we heard was
Oh, yeah,
that Royal
Royal did
officially
buy it.
bought it.
So I think they're
So,
going to redo part of it.
I think
but-
Royal will have more of a say in what's going to go there, and I have good feelings, but that it won't be what it is right now.
Yeah, that'll be a boat day for us.
Yeah,
No, I agree with you. We kind of got like that with Nassau. That's kind of how we were. Now we've been to Nassau so many times.
Yeah.
Like, all right, well, boat days. Nassau's beautiful. I mean, I love it.
beautiful,
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Food,
It is.
phenomenal. Food. But Costa Maya, there wasn't that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would go back to the Crazy Lobster. I really enjoyed that, but I wouldn't go anywhere else. To be quite like, there's nowhere else that I would have.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Again, didn't research as much, but there's some good diving there.
Or even just a catamaran like that
Yeah.
through Royal. I'm sure there
Yeah,
were
something.
excursions that Royal offered that we didn't look at that might have been phenomenal. But
Yeah,
I
we just want to pay the money for them.
exactly, and for a family
Pay
of 4,
for
you're
it.
looking at $500. You know,
Exactly.
Easily.
But I think
And tip. That's not even tip.
like
Yeah.
you all did in Cozumel, you did that catamaran, and you did like
Yeah.
that one, and we didn't do that.
That was
walked 3
expensive.
miles behind Drew,
I don't
getting
want to go
after
for one
him the
boat.
whole time. I'm like, why are you making
Like,
us
come
do
on,
this?
let's go.
And he's got his hat, and he's just ready to hike. And
It's just another day for Drew.
exactly. I'm like, that catamaran sounded really nice that you guys did. So, you know, it's,
Yeah, but I don't
it's
know
just
what-
pre-planning it. Pre-planning it.
I don't want to go from one big boat to one small boat. I mean, that's kind of. I mean,
I do.
I love
would
boats.
like
I'll be
that,
on
yeah.
sailboats all day, anything. But I don't know. Coming
Well,
off,
and that was a last minute decision for us
Yeah.
because when we got on the ship, Ty and I had a snorkeling excursion booked on a different kind of boat that we would have gotten on, and it didn't have enough people sign up, so they canceled it and credited our account. And we were like, well, we need to do something. So we went and we got on the app and we looked and we saw this one. We saw it was popular, so it was going to happen. And the fact that it had the beach break with it, Jess was like, Chad and I will do this. So I was like, as long as they'll let us stay on the boat when the snorkeling takes place, then we'll go. And yeah, that was no problem at all. They stayed on the boat and chilled until we got to the beach. But yeah, I mean, it was expensive.
Yeah, they're
no.
pricey.
Yeah, a lot of
It
them.
was worth it though. Like
It was.
we all loved it.
I just sat in the beach chair
Awesome.
and wanted to relax.
Yeah, so beautiful, except for the boat, the fish guts.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
kinda,
What did you all do in Coco Key?
We didn't do any excursions there, and we didn't plan on it. We went straight to the lagoon pool.
Okay,
That was-
oh, that's
that was
beautiful.
kind of-
Yeah.
we that was kind of our plan, was to go to the lagoon pool, just kind of chill out there, get food, and then when we were ready to hop back on the ship. So it was just a chill, relaxed day.
Yeah, that's what I love about Perfect Day at Coco. It literally is the most chill day. We usually go. We've been like maybe 3 times, I think, and every time we've done it, we just go straight to Chill Island, which is just a stretch of beach, and then we go eat, and then we go to the lagoon.
lots of food.
And
Yep.
then there's a big ship near. The kids like to go and play on that
Pirate
huge ship.
Yep, right there when you walk in.
And we always get lots of ice cream. And I'll tell you this: do you all like Disney ice cream, Disney Cruise ice cream better, or Royal ice cream better?
Ooh.
So Ty would tell you either, but honestly, I haven't had enough of either
Me
one to be
neither.
able to tell
Same.
you, because I don't know. Jess and I don't do the ice cream a whole lot.
I'd rather
So-
have something else.
I personally like Royal Caribbean's ice cream. So, I mean,
I
first
agree.
of all, they make them this freaking
Oh, yeah.
big, like this big.
Yeah, they did make them huge.
They're more like ice milk, I guess, is what
Yeah,
you
it's more
call
like
it, and
ice
I
milk.
like that better than the thicker ice cream at the Disney. I like them both, obviously, but I really like Royals.
To each their own.
Yeah.
To each their own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, guys, we've had y'all on here for a little over an hour, and we'd hate to keep y'all any later, especially since it's a school night, because I'm sure the girls have to go to bed.
I
These
know,
two,
yeah, but
the
it's been
gremlins have to
so
go to
much
bed.
fun.
So,
Hey, we'll have to do a cruise one day.
yes, that would be
That would be fun.
phenomenal. I can only imagine the amount of running around Ty and the girls would do, and
Yeah.
then Chad would chill and hang out when they get tired.
Chad likes the adult.
I'd rather stay around people doing trivia.
Do y'all have anything coming up that y'all would like to promote, or would you like to talk about your channels or anything like that?
Ooh, let's see. What do we have coming up?
I can make y'all.
We're about to post.
Oh.
We're about to post a video soon for a long form for Screamageddon, which we absolutely love. We've got a short form coming up for Sir Henry's Haunted Trail, which we got to see you all at.
Woo, love Sir Henry's.
Love Sir Henry's also.
We're going to be doing Port Orleans
Oh yeah,
on Saturday. We're going to go do a resort review. And then we're also going to go to Great Wolf Lodge in Naples on Sunday.
Yeah.
So look out for those videos.
So those two should be coming soon. So we have some really good friends over at Tink's Magical Vacations.
Plug.
They're friends of ours, and we actually booked our
Disney cruises.
Royal Caribbean with them, and they gave us a onboard credit.
Yes.
And they are wonderful. They are having us out, inviting us out to Disney's Port Orleans. We're going to be posting a video about that this weekend. So that would probably be what we have coming up. Yeah.
And I'm going to get the beignets, so make sure you check them out.
Yeah.
That'll make Ty super jealous.
Woo.
Beignet lover.
How about you?
And we're going to go mail this little guy to you. I'm glad you all got to see the whole show because I feel like we don't deserve this as much. We only saw the first 20 minutes. But I will say that, Royal, that was something that we weren't expecting at all. Every night of the ship, on that first night sailing, there was something on our bed. Some days it was hats. Some days it was things like this.
They had, was it paddle? The paddle?
Pickleball
paddles.
Okay.
The beach bags. Did y'all get a beach bag?
Beach bags, yeah. Stuff that I literally we were
kinds
not
of stuff.
expecting any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Zero. And so every night we were like, the first night we were like, whoa, this is amazing. And then the second we're like, did they get the wrong room?
That's crazy.
And
how
then
everybody
they
got
just,
that.
we realized that everyone was walking around with it. And so I guess that's a perk of booking that
The
very
first one.
purpose. We had never done that before. So that was really, really cool.
I think that might
Yeah.
be the kickers to try to get on the first couple ones. We're going to try that a couple rounds with Royal and see if it's the same, or the birthday ones, or
Yeah.
Our travel agent, she was on the one for travel agents, and they gave them all their stuff, and she actually gave us her beach bag, so that I had it with me, and I saw a few people that had them, so I was like, oh, they must have been on the first cruise.
Yes. I will say one thing we did not mention was we did get a full guide, or how do you say, walkthrough of the spa. Full spa. It was a beautiful spa, very, very nice. I did use a massage one of the nights. Yeah, they do get you, but it was really nice. They do the massages and all that stuff. They have the hair salons.
Yep.
And so that's really cool. And I've talked to some people who literally they just do cruises to go to the spa. They just have.
Spa is so expensive.
So crazy.
And I will say this is I got a really good deal. I think I paid
Drew.
I don't remember, but it was definitely less than 200. It might have been less than 150 for what normally would have cost 300 if you'd have bought it outright. But they did this raffle the third night, and I went to get in the raffle, and then I didn't win. And they came out and they said, well, everybody gets this sheet of paper. And it was a really deep discount. And almost everybody signed up for it because it was that good of a deal. So if you want to do the spa and you don't want to pay the full price, look for the night that they do the raffles.
Yeah.
Go there, and they'll usually give some kind of crazy discount that makes it worth it, because that was, honestly, that was one of my favorite things I did on the whole cruise was that spa.
Yeah. I think they're trying to wrap this up.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're perfectly fine. No worries.
She rambled the whole time.
And hey, we're fine with it because we enjoy spending time with you guys.
No, we'll have to do a cruise. Yeah, seriously, we'll figure out one of these coming up. I mean, there's so many. I want to do a couple transatlantics and do.
Yes. Oh gosh, I would love that. And my dream cruise is Panama Canal.
Oh, we would love to do that.
absolutely.
We're the ones to go through there.
Yeah,
Have you
that's
all
on the
done
list.
Alaska already?
Yes.
Yes.
We actually.
Last
We
time
actually-
you
I remember you
mentioned
said
that.
that. Yeah,
We did it with Disney.
Oh, that
Oh.
had to be amazing.
Holy smokes! Yeah.
I know.
Hey, the sled dogs eat good on that one.
Yeah,
We would do it again though.
We would do it again, and because we did an interior cabin so that it would be a little bit. But
Okay.
no, we've got to. If we do it again, we've got to get a balcony. We've
It was
got to have a
beautiful.
window to see everything because we missed out on that.
That's
Yeah.
okay. You can go up on the deck and hang out with the coffee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But-
That's the way we look at it too.
Well,
Go from the rooms and put more into excursions or something.
Yeah.
well, Chad and I are coming down to y'all's territory this
Woo!
weekend.
Doing terror trails.
So we'll be staying in Lakeland.
Okay,
But
awesome.
we're doing Sebring on Saturday night or Friday night. We're doing the Terror Trail Friday night. We're doing Busch Gardens Hallow Scream Saturday night,
Nice.
and during the day Saturday we're going to do Gators, Ghosts, and Goblins at Gatorland.
Oh, I love Gatorland.
Awesome.
Love
Yeah.
Gatorland.
We did the Christmas event when we were down there for Sir
Okay.
Henry's Christmas, and we had a good time. So we've never done the Halloween event, so we were like, let's make the drive to Orlando. We'll do the Halloween event, and have a vlog out of that, and then make our way to Tampa to do Hallow Scream. So we have a jam packed couple days that we're going to be there this
That's the
weekend.
way to do it. Yeah,
That's
you got
the way to do
you got to come to
it.
Orlando. You don't sleep in Orlando. You got
Yeah, you got that right. That's pretty
And
much
I'm
it.
gonna make sourdough bread.
Yeah. So-
Making sourdough bread and spending time with Ty.
Yep, Jess and Ty are having some quality time here at
Very
Lone.
nice.
Woohoo.
Very nice. Well, you guys have super safe travels. If you all need anything while you're here, you know where we are. And
well, we'll be in. Wait, this is this weekend, right? You said
This weekend.
we'll
Yeah.
be in Naples on Sunday.
well, we'll be in Naples Sunday and Monday, but we'll be here Friday and Saturday. So
Yeah,
we'll
we're-
get the Disney property Saturday.
yeah.
We're going home Sunday, so we'll be around Friday. I don't know what we're gonna do before Terror Trail. We have nothing booked during the day, mainly so that Chad can do his digital
DLD.
schoolwork for the day before we decide to head out. So who knows what we'll get up to, and then Saturday we'll be in Orlando and Tampa. So
Woo.
Awesome.
Love it. Have
well,
fun.
thank you guys again so much for doing this. It was great to see y'all again, and always fun catching up and hanging out.
Likewise.
Say
Appreciate
likewise.
it.
Thanks for having us. Hello to everyone out there. And any questions, drop them in the comments, and we're happy to answer them all. So
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, viewers, everybody that tuned in, and everybody that came in on the replay. We appreciate you guys for watching, and hopefully you'll catch us and the Taste Buzz later on.
woo!
Good night, everybody.
Good night.